The prosperity plan. It's empty. Why? Well, hi, James from Ingvid. I have a book and it says Prosperity Plan. I know you're here to learn English. This is a book full of secrets on how to make millions of dollars. Empty. That's because when people tell you there's a secret, there's not really a secret. There's a method behind something and you may not know it, so to you it's a secret. But, you know, just like that book, there are no secrets. The only one is hard work. Let's look at the 3 methods I have for you today in order to learn English, okay? Call them the secrets you need to know because most people don't know them. Because the funny thing is, although they're not secret, I said it again, they are not methods that are usually taught in ESL books. The Kaizen method, the process method, and the writing method are actually books I read on something completely different. But what I found was they were very, very handy for learning English. Personally, I'm trying to learn Spanish, and when I applied these different methods, I found my learning going faster and faster, and I actually enjoyed it. So I call them secret for you because I'm quite sure that your teachers haven't sat down and go, today we're going to learn the Kaizen method of English. Then we'll do the process method, and then we'll do the writing method. No, because they're actually 3 different books. All right? So I'm just going to give you a part of each book, and if I come across it again, I'll give you another lesson on it, all right? But these are 3 things I liked out of these books. All right, let's start with the first one, the process method. I know, and it's in red, and I start here why. Most of the times people are learning a language. They want to, and this is what the process method is about. People start with product. Product. What is a product? A product is something you can touch or hold. This marker is a product. But this isn't how the marker started. I'm sorry. Okay, the marker started a little differently. I mean, that's an alcohol base that I'm sniffing. When I go, there's alcohol, there's liquid in here. This is plastic, came from oil. So when I'm telling you all these things, you're going, why are you telling me? Well, things start in a certain way, but they end up like this. In fact, you can think of the process method versus product being a tree and being a seed. And a seed, you know, little thing you put in the ground and it grows into a tree. Well, when you have a seed, the seed has no idea that it's going to be a tree and a big tree, how long it will take. But humans are funny. They want to start a language and they think right away, I'm going to learn English. And then they sit down, they open the book. They open the book. I'm going to learn English. I'm learning English. I'm learning English. And then they get upset 1 hour later. I don't know any English. I don't speak English. Well, it's like being a human. You start as a baby, you grow to an adult. When we talk about the process method, what you want to do is don't think about you want to speak English. Yes, I know that's why you're watching this video and why you're studying. Think more about what you're doing while you're studying English. And this is called the process. Go into the step, concentrate on what you're doing. You'll find a couple of things happen. Sometimes you'll say English is hard or it's boring. If you do this method, you'll actually stop finding it hard or boring and you'll enjoy it because you'll be working on something specific, mastering that, and then you're going to start noticing that the final product, English, is coming to you and it will come faster than you think. Why? Well, if you're thinking, oh, I don't understand this English, you're focusing really on you don't understand English or you don't know English. You're not focusing on what you're doing. If you take a breath and go, okay, I'm just watching this video of this crazy guy who speaks very quickly on English, and just now he told me to take a breath. Oh, okay, I understand. And you're ahead. That's the process method. Take time to actually go back when you're thinking about it's hard, it's difficult, or boring, and say to yourself, what am I doing now? And then look at that. Each time you do that, you get further in the process and you'll end up with a product before you know it. Okay? Sounds simple, but try it. You can even do this on a date. That's another story. Okay, so we do this. We got the process method. That's the overall one we talk about. Because once you understand that, we're going to go to the Kaizen method. The Kaizen method is one step beyond. Well, not really. The Kaizen method, what they're saying is, here's you, and you have to take just one more step. Most people, when they're learning something, they want to learn something, some vocabulary. Then they go into lexical chunks. Lexical chunks is just a fancy term for words that go together. 3, 4, 5 words that usually are said together in English. But you just need to learn one word. In the Kaizen method, they would say you just need to know one letter. They would say start with A and know that it can be ah, or T and it could be T. Because if you cannot pronounce those things properly, how can you say the word properly? This doesn't occur to most people. They want to learn all the English. That's the problem. Remember the product? We go back to here, right? Well, to get in this process, an easier way to do it is the Kaizen method. Pick one subject, pick one thing, break it down to the smallest unit you can do and focus on just that. Okay? Then you take the next step and then the next one. My favorite story from the Kaizen method is a person who wanted to work out and they said, working out is so hard, it's so difficult. So what the trainer said was simple. They said, you know what, tomorrow morning, don't work out. The customer was like, why? Are you crazy? He said, no, don't. Just stand up for 30 seconds. That's it. And the client was, well, anybody could do that. He said, yeah, that's your first step. Eventually, they built up until they were doing a 30-minute workout and they were enjoying it because they took steps that were so easy that it didn't stop them. The reason why I explain this method, is generally, if something is too difficult, we get what's called a stress reaction. Stress is when you're afraid and your body doesn't work as efficiently or effectively. So it makes things harder. By doing the Kaizen method, you relax and your brain can do its best work. We call it optimal work, which means it works in its best way. Optimize or optimal means the best, okay? And that's what you can do with the Kaizen method. Slow yourself down so you can work your best, okay? Now you're looking here, we have the Kaizen method with the process method. You're going, you know what? This doesn't sound so hard. I'm like, no. Learning is natural for all humans. Just is. It's how we learn. And that's why these are secret methods, because people don't just tell these to you. You go to school to learn things, not methods. Okay? And here's the third one. This one, sorry, it's a little bit more active. But I've made it so easy for you. Just breathe. Don't worry about the product. You got to do some work. Remember I said the only secret is work, which nobody wants to do. This one's a bit of fun, okay? Because I often tell students, when you get really, really good with English, what will happen is there's 2 steps. You'll know you're getting better. The first step is this. You're going to wake up in the morning and go, and I'll go, what? You go, I had a dream and it was in English. Either you'll be speaking English or everybody around you speaks English and you'll understand it. This is the beginning of your brain's process saying, okay, these words are the same. Spanish, English, German English, Hindi English, Russian English, same. The, all the same, whatever. Da, ya, niet, no, same. And your brain's just saying they're equivalent or equal. You're dreaming because it's processing that information. See, process, back to that word. The second thing people notice is they'll be speaking in their native language and English will just come out of their mouth. And they won't even think about saying it. It just comes. And you go, how did that happen? Well, your brain is now saying this word is equivalent to this word, right? See? Oh, sorry, I did it there. I meant to say yes, but I said sí. I'm studying Spanish. So now my brain sometimes thinks Spanish, English, same, because I practice it a lot. But I'm going to give you a method now which is a bit more active. It's going to be fun because you can do it for your dreams. You have dreams, you know, dormir, sleeping. Wake up in the morning, oh, I had this movie in my head last night. What I want you to do is get up, immediately go downstairs, get up 20 minutes early, 10 minutes early, 5 minutes. Kaizen, right? 1 minute early. Write out your dream in English. Huh? Well, think about it. If it's a dream or a thoughts that you have in your head and you're writing in English, it will need adjectives, it will need verbs, it will need adverbs, it'll need direct objects, all these things from grammar points, and you'll write it out. You still won't be fully awake, but this is what I call your baseline English. This means this is where your English really is. Not on your good days or your bad days, but your baseline. So what will happen is later on you come back to it and I want you to correct it, okay? Because when you correct that English, you're going to see the mistakes you're making and the things you have to learn. Isn't that great? I mean, come on, it costs you nothing. You just get out of bed, come back 5 hours later, man, This is crazy. Where's the verb here? Where's the noun? What was I thinking? Change, you gotta change this, you gotta do this. And you're working on something. It also works because it has an emotional quality. This is your work about your life, about your dreams, things you care about, things you want to learn, and things you're doing. Cool, huh? Little bit active, all three work. I'm telling you they work, and they're fun. I mean, geez, do this, watch these videos, life's good for you. Life's not good for somebody, and he's a little bit upset. You know who it is? It's Mr. E, and he's drinking again. He's been drinking a lot lately. I'm worried about this guy. I didn't include him in the video. I told him their methods. He doesn't need to be here, but he's like, he's got to be here for everything. Okay, you're here, you're here. And for the fans, not my fans. I don't have fans. I have students. He has fans. There's like 1 million of you guys who always ask, where's Mr. E? So I got to put him up every day. Anyway, just a quick synopsis. And a synopsis is to bring everything together. Synthesis, right? Put it together. And to give you a quick overview, the three methods we're looking at is let's look at process, not product. Don't worry about I must learn English. Just think about, what am I doing in the moment? Second thing, make that moment simple. Kaizen method. Make it the simplest step you can do to get to the goal you want to. The steps will come quickly. And finally, put it all together. Wake up in the morning, 1 minute, 2 minutes, write it out and see how it goes. The methods work, okay? I use them for learning Spanish. Here's where I want you to go when you're done, so you can see Mr. E and I again at www.ing, as in English, vid, as in video.com. And if you want to get to see my latest videos, subscribe. Don't forget, push the subscribe button and I'll pop up every time you come. Well, I and this guy, all right? The three secrets, not that you need to know, that you know. Have a good one.